With the 217th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Dallas Cowboys select
Jay Toia, nose tackle, UCLA.
Another Bruin off the board. Toia, I actually was watching Good Morning Football the other day. Yogi Roth, one of my buds, and actually a guy that's hung out with you and DJ on Move the Sticks, was loving this dude up and said there's an opportunity for him to make his mark.
Yeah, he can't make his mark. This is a big physical guy. You talk about team captain, team MVP, all of those accolades play in his favor. The fact that he can do that, though, split the crack, eliminate the run right in between the guard, the A-gaps, kind of like that.
342 pounds. He looks it. I mean, that is a massive human being out there, out on the football field.
Guten Abend, Green Bay aus Deutschland. Make some noise! First of all, I want to say thank you to the entire Atlanta Falcons organization for choosing me as the International Fan of the Year. Second, greetings to the Atlanta Falcons Germany community and the Dirty Birds Nest. With the 218th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Atlanta Falcons select
Jack Nelson, tackle from Wisconsin.
Rise up! Rise up!
Rise up, indeed. 50 starts.
Yeah.
50 career starts. That's a lot of football. He's played guard. He's played left tackle. He's kind of a typical Wisconsin guy, more power than finesse, as you saw right there. But I think Jack Nelson could be more than a seventh-round pick. I think he's got a chance to be a solid swing tackle, maybe some guard potential there as well. He's a better run blocker than pass protector, so right off the bat, may have to move inside. His pass sets can get a little bit frantic, but he's got above average range as a run blocker. He works and strains at the point of attack to kind of stay connected to blocks, gets out of his stance easy. I had a fifth-round caliber grade on him, so I think this is a good value in the seventh round, and I think he's a player that can make that team out of the seventh round.
Hey, look. With the 219th pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the New York Giants select Thomas Fidone, tight end from Nebraska, man. Let's go, baby. Yeah. Hey, I love y'all. Hey, Big Blue on top, bro.
Why not? Let him live.
Just gotta keep going.
You got to cut the mic on that, yeah.
Just got to keep going. Look at Nebraska tight end. Matt Rule had an opportunity to put this guy in the mix. Received 36 receptions, soft hands. It's funny to see Go Big Red throwing the ball all over yard when I'm so used to looking at Tommy Frazier and Eric Couch and all those other guys, but he was able to make some plays. We see him. We see him kind of put it in when we think about the Giants and what they want. They want tough guys on the perimeter. He's a tough guy that can actually make.
I think he's going to not only make a team, I think he's going to be an NFL player. I really liked watching him. He's 6'5", 243 pounds, so you think, well, I mean, that's like a pass-catching tight end. Yeah. He's got a little dog in him as a run blocker. He will give effort as a run blocker. I think the comp on him is Josh Oliver, who's an NFL tight end. So I think he's got a chance to be a number 3 tight end who may end up finding his way on the field because he's willing to block.
How we doing, Green Bay? Wow. You guys look beautiful from here. Oh, my God. Whew. All right, I want to give a shout-out to my nephew, Bodie. He was born 2 days ago. I want to give a shout-out to everyone here today. You are all wonderful people, especially you Patriots fans. All right. With the 220th pick of the 2025 NFL Draft, the New England Patriots select Marcus Bryant, tackle, Missouri. Let's go, Pats. Woo!
With the 221st pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Jacksonville Jaguars select Jonah Monheim, center, Southern California.
With the 222nd pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Las Vegas Raiders select Cody Lindenberg, linebacker, University of Minnesota. Go Gophers!
It is my privilege, with the 223rd pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Seattle Seahawks select Damian Martinez, running back, Miami. Go Hawks!
With the 224th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Houston Texans select Keontae Hamilton, defensive tackle, Rutgers. With the 225th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Arizona Cardinals select Keaton Crawford, defensive back, Nevada.
Honors nearly 1,000 scholars with scholarships in Pat's honor. Joining us on stage to announce this year's 226th pick is United States Army veteran and Pat Tillman scholar, Kevin Booball.
Thank you. It's an incredible honor to be here in my home state representing the Pat Tillman Foundation and all the Tillman scholars who continue to carry forward Pat's legacy. And now, with the 226th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Pittsburgh Steelers select Carson Bruener, linebacker, Washington.
That is a fitting pick.
And that's a legacy pick.
Yeah, fitting.
Mark Bruener, his dad.
30 years ago, drafted by the Steelers.
Very cool. And Mark Bruener's still working in the Steelers front office in the personnel department. So I know he's a proud papa watching his son get drafted right here.
Watch how he plays.
Big time instincts. I mean, if you want to know where the football is, you will find him very close by. He plays with an aggressive, I wrote down almost reckless abandon. He's a fantastic special teamer, which is going to help him make this team. So very, very cool moment.
There's the big guy in that proud line of Steeler tight ends. Pretty good tradition of Steeler tight ends, that's for sure. Pat Freiermuth carrying it on right now.
I love it. I love the love. I hear y'all. Hey, listen, real quick, though, because they told me I ain't got much time over here. But listen, though, coming off of WrestleMania weekend, right into the draft, I'm telling you, I am so excited to be here, and I love y'all. So let's get right to it. Yo, I got y'all. Okay, one more time. All right. With the 200, I'm nervous. With the 227th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the San Francisco 49ers select Curtis Rourke, quarterback from Indiana.
Wow. Didn't necessarily see this coming, but you see it right there. Played with the torn ACL, actually had surgery in January. Great season for that program, no doubt.
Yeah, rugged, tough, but no question. There's a game against UCLA where he looks really, really good this year. Played through an ACL tear, shows his level of toughness. Indiana played, we know the head coach is fantastic, but Curtis Rourke came in and did a really nice job this year. Had a bad knee injury the year before, which is why he plays with, that's the issue with him is I think he has a knee tear. I talked to his agent, and then the surgery just didn't take properly, and then it tore again, and he just played through it the whole year, showed his toughness, but he's got some ability, and this is not unusual for a 7th round quarterback for you to take one in the 7th round and just, see if there's something there. Just scratch around and see if there's something there.
They did well with another guy that they took in this round.
Yeah.
Just saying. They've made it, well, maybe they'll make it a thing, although Brock Purdy's hoping to get paid.
The New England Patriots have traded the 228th pick to the Kansas City Chiefs. With the 228th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Kansas City Chiefs select Brashard Smith, running back, Southern Methodist.
With the 229th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Pittsburgh Steelers select Dante Kent, DB, Central Michigan.
The 230th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Detroit Lions select Dan Jackson, DB, Georgia.
Let's go! Come on! Yes, sir! Let's go! With the 231st pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Miami Dolphins select Quinn Ewers, QB, Texas. Yeah!
You see all the
Walked in this morning, I saw Lance in our makeup room. We were discussing some players who might get have their name called. This was one of them. Took a little bit of time. We didn't know what team was going to be looking at maybe a backup quarterback spot. The Miami Dolphins, they might have one here.
Doesn't really matter, does it? Like I said this about Shedeur Sanders, I'll say it about Quinn Ewers. I'll say it about every quarterback. Doesn't matter what round you're drafted, where you're drafted, it matters how you play. So now he's in a camp and he's ready to play. And you know what? He's got a good offensive mind that he's going to be playing under. He's going to play under some boot action stuff, some creative. He's got some weapons to work with. Listen, this is not the worst place in the world to go to. In fact, I would tell you this is one of the best places he could possibly go in the 7th round.
You know, it's a path for him to get on the field there, because if Tua suffers an injury, we've seen them have to play games with Skylar Thompson at the end of seasons and into the playoffs. And so Mike McDaniel is very comfortable playing a young quarterback. This works for me just because of the quickness in terms of how quick he gets the ball out of his hands. That offense fits his skill set, so he should have a chance to make it.
I'm just curious, your guys' assessment, the anticipation throws. Tua does that remarkably well, and he's quick on the release. Does Quinn have that?
He not as much. And I think that's one of the.
He has to see it. He has to see it before he
Takes
believes
him
it.
longer.
But look, here's a 5-star recruit. There were a lot of people that raved about his talent when he was coming out of high school.
Sure.
He delivered at times at Texas, but he's been madly inconsistent. Maybe, just maybe, down in Miami, it's unlocked. And I'll say this because, Lance, you mentioned coming to camp or whatever. Every player that was taken later, there is a North Star in Brock Purdy that they can point to and say, like, if I get this done, I can go from being a late-round pick to a $50 million quarterback, which is what we expect Brock Purdy to be.
You know, and the thing with Quinn Ewers is that he throws with really impressive touch. And when he's healthy, he has some good arm talent. He's a guy that went in and won at Alabama against Nick Saban.
Sure.
Like there are some. It's just his profile is just so spotty. He comes in as the most heralded quarterback prospect ever in high school, one of the most ever. Then it's kind of up and down his first year, and then he deals with injury but gets to college football playoffs. Then he's injured. Arch Manning comes in. Quinn comes back after some injury and ends up leading him to college football playoffs, plays through an oblique injury that he suffered early in the year. But it's just up and down. Like, you don't know which Quinn Ewers you're getting. But we know there's a Quinn Ewers way up here. It's just, can he access that and keep it sustained?
And supreme pieces on that offense surrounding him. I just got to tell you, how many times, and I encourage anyone, just go back to YouTube or wherever you want to watch your game tape, how many times Tua is making a throw to a spot and doesn't even, doesn't even see
his
it.
game, though.
100%, and it's worked out beautifully for this Miami Dolphins offense.
With the 232nd pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Indianapolis Colts select Hunter Wohler, linebacker, Wisconsin.
With the 233rd pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Chicago Bears pick Kyle Monangai. He's running back for the Rutgers. Go Bears, bear down! Woo!
With the 234th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Seattle Seahawks select Mason Richmond, tackle, Iowa.
How about Tez Johnson coming off the board here undersized, a little quicker than fast. Tutu Atwell, from a size standpoint, we
Just
thought
not
he
as
would-
fast.
We thought he would run faster than he ended up running at the combine.
He ran
but
4.5.
when you watch him, he's running away from people. We talked about Denzel Burke earlier, and he ran right by him in an Ohio State game. So the play speed is a lot better than what time speed was. And someone who's
look at the quickness. It's quicker than a hiccup, man.
The last couple years, if you've watched Oregon, whether it was Bo Nix or Dylan Gabriel, you saw a lot of big plays with Tez.
And you remember he's essentially Bo Nix's brother. You know, family situation with Bo and his family. Played for Bo's dad in high school. They were on the high school state championship teams together. And then they played together at Oregon as well. And they are brothers.
What's up, Green Bay? I bring you greetings from the Sunshine State, and we're so excited to be here. Thank you to the NFL and the Jacksonville Jaguars for this opportunity. With the 236th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Jacksonville Jaguars select LaQuint Allen, running back, Syracuse. Duval!
Syracuse running back just went to Jacksonville. So some players in the 7th round that you've heard of from Saturday.
Name brands.
No doubt. Just went off the board in the
Look at that,
last.
he's 1,000-yard plus in the last 2 seasons.
Yeah, in the last
You're
few
getting him in the
picks.
7th round.
That just happened here in the 7th round, and you could tell the pack is back on the clock.
Well, they have not left here. There's a lot of people here.
It is a gorgeous day here.
It is. Green Bay's got pick 250, so it's not the last of Green Bay, but it's just the latest.
Green Bay, Wisconsin. How
it's
the hell are we
Tom.
doing?
This guy's good people. Speaking about raising money for St. Jude, he did a lot of that.
I fell in love with this team when I was 6 years old, and 28 years later, to stand in front of you in Green Bay to announce the Packers pick, it doesn't get better than this.
It's good people. Good for him. That's a big moment. He means what he just said.
I appreciate the hell out of you. With the 237th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Green Bay mother-loving Packers select Micah Robinson, DB, Tulane.
With the 238th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Seattle Seahawks select Ricky White III, wide receiver, UNLV.
What's up, Green Bay? How about them Cowboys? With the 239th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Dallas Cowboys select Phil Mafah, running back, Clemson.
With the 240th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Buffalo Bills select Caden Prather, wide receiver, Maryland.
With the 241st pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Denver Broncos select Caleb Lohner, tight end, Utah.
They got a hooper.
Here's what I can tell you about a Utah player. You play for Kyle Whittingham. The term toughness is an easy one to throw out there. Really defensive-minded coach, but we have seen in recent years just the amount of firepower. I mean, Zach Moss certainly comes to mind. We see Kincaid, who got drafted by the Buffalo Bills. So now all of a sudden you're seeing a little bit of a push, and clearly the Denver Broncos saw something that not many did.
Well, and I'm looking at his Big 12 combine, and this is probably what they saw. He ran a 4.69 40, which is good. 37-inch vertical leap, which is really good for a tight end, and a 10.6 broad jump. Pretty good short area numbers. The basketball, the football player, move has been something. Julius Peppers was a football player, played basketball too. Tony Gonzalez played both. Sure. Of course, Antonio Gates famously is Hall of Fame tight end who played basketball, played in the Final Four. This is Mo Alley Cox. The Indianapolis Colts brought him in from the football side. This is happening more and more and more. As long as you have a certain level of toughness, those players are going to have the athletic tools. So I think this is going to continue to be a trend where you see basketball to football transitions, and especially when they have those kind of traits.
I mean, big time. Guys, we've just seen it time and time again where basketball players have been able to easily make the transition. When you think about the length, some of the similarities in terms of when you post up and on the block, some of the things that you have to do in the red zone, it all works out. But you're right. We've seen so many that teams are willing to give those opportunities to former basketball players.
To repeat.
G'day everyone, it's Robert Irwin here, and I brought along a mate. I'm here at the Crocodile Hunter Lodge at Australia Zoo, and I am so excited. We are so excited for this very important announcement. So, without any further ado, with the 242nd pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Los Angeles Rams select Kanate Mumpfield, wide receiver, Pittsburgh. Congratulations. Back to you.
Was that a legacy picker?
Absolutely.
Okay. So how about this kid from Pittsburgh?
A lot of quick screens, a lot of quick hitters, and run after the catch, make you miss. Play inside, can play outside. Does a nice job of setting up defenders at the top of the route. Just doesn't really have that second gear, not a ton of speed. Ended up running just under 4.6. Has a lot of wins on some double moves as well, CD. But I got to be honest with you. Puppies I can do, but if we ever decide we're going to have snakes on set, I'm out.
No, you and me both, brother.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, I don't care that Jim Stafford did a hit song with it. I don't like spiders or snakes.
I don't believe we're having a draft in Australia. I mean, I think at some point we might see a game there. I think we are. Actually,
yeah, we're headed there.
The Rams.
There's no question.
That's what we got.
With the 243rd pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Baltimore Ravens select Garrett Dellinger, guard, Louisiana State.
All right, with the 244th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Detroit Lions select
Dominic Lovett, wide receiver, Georgia. Woo!
With the 245th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Washington Commanders select Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt, running back, Arizona.
Yeah. Go Pack Go! With the 246th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the New York Giants select Corey Black, defensive back, Oklahoma State.
This draft.
With the 247th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Dallas Cowboys select Tommy A. King-Bisto, defensive tackle, Maryland.
Another defensive tackle from Maryland. You had two of them to study this year. And Tommy's got some real knockback. He's got a little pop in his hands. He's firm at the point of attack. Kind of has that slow, steady bull rush, and he's able to get some push. Against the run game, he'll just kind of sit and wrestle you there at the point of attack. I think, to me, better run than pass at this point in time. You're hoping there's a little bit more upside and development there. But someone at 6'3 3/4, 306 pounds, you've got a nice-sized body to work with.
Yeah, I caught a basketball tape of his, DJ. Crossover, broke the ankles of the defender, carried it to the hoop. Just seen the stands go crazy. And by the way, he wasn't doing it at a svelte 215 and all. I'm talking about 260, 270, whatever in high school, doing his thing. And you get that nice light feet, and you can see the bounce that he has.
With the 248th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the New Orleans Saints select Moleki Mataval, tight end, UCLA.
That's a big tight end at UCLA, 6'5", 260 pounds. They flex him out a lot, and there's a lot of contact catches. You'll see him in crowds be able to pull the ball in. Thought he's a little bit rigid as a route runner, but to me, it's about his ability to show that toughness after the catch. Also thought he had nice instincts just settling in zone. So a big tight end you can get out in the slot, CD, and let him run and go get it.
The Senior Bowl, Elijah Arroyo was there. Mason Taylor was there, and of course they dominated things. But Mataval was a guy that caught people's eye while they were there that week in Mobile.
How we doing, Green Bay? Woo! I just want to say you guys have been a great host. You're all so friendly. Can't wait to see the next event out here. All right. And with the 249th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the San Francisco 49ers select Connor Colby, guard out of Iowa.
So the Niners making a concerted effort in this draft to go on the defensive side, but here we go late, trying to get some help up front.
Yeah, likely to be a guard, started 50 games. Iowa plays a lot of, it's inside, outside zone. That's the Ferentz way, and that's what he's used to doing. So you need a move-oriented offense, and that's what he's a part of. He can get on the move, and decent block finisher. He's got strong hands in terms of once he engages, he likes to finish those lateral engagements. So, kind of a scheme fit really for San Francisco. Everyone mixes up. No one goes just pure zone anymore. You can't do that. You have to have some gap stuff. But they still have the outside zone. It still sets off the offense quite a bit, and that's what Connor Colby does. He played for Kirk Ferentz in Iowa. I mean, that's almost like the cousin of the Mike Shanahan family tree, basically, when it comes to run blocking.
Led to another party here. And here's the final one.
What's up, Green Bay? Woo! For your last pick of the 2025 Bass Draft for the Packers, they choose for the 250th pick, John Williams, guard from Cincinnati.
I guess they're going to make music.
I was wondering if you're going to go composer.
Of course. Come on. It's getting late. Getting late. They should play the Imperial March.
Right, the Imperial March Star Wars thing.
Because here comes John Williams.
Dun, 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 dun. I was going to go dun, 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 dun.
Hey, that is more inspirational. Thank you. That's a glass half full thing, yes.
Thank you. Left tackle, they announced him as a guard, so interesting to see. This is something they've done with Elton Jenkins. It's what they've done with a lot of offensive linemen over the years. As a left tackle, you saw him in the run game. He can wash defensive linemen down the line of scrimmage. He's got some power there. Just like to see him finish a little more consistently. In pass protection, at times can get a little bit narrow and struggle with speed. I think all these issues that he has will be alleviated to a degree with a kick inside to guard. So they see the feet and they feel like we can get him inside, give him some neighbors, and he'll be fine.
Remember Luke Kandro, the guard on that offensive line with him at Cincinnati. Another big barrel-chested guy that can play, but I think Anthony Belton's going to really have the competition with Rasheed Wallace at left tackle for Green Bay, their second-round pick.
With the 251st pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, my New England Patriots select Julian Ashby, long snapper, Vanderbilt.
With the 252nd pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the San Francisco 49ers select Junior Bergen, wide receiver, Montana.
All right, we could talk a little bit about the explosiveness in the return game. Led FCS play 3 punt return touchdowns, actually tied the FCS record with 8 career punt return touchdowns. So once again, a little bit of a theme late in the draft where you talk about guys who can make an impact in different ways, and this on special teams.
Yeah, it's short area quickness for him, and shiftiness is where he's going to have to make his money. It's going to have to be probably in the return game when you think about what. But look, he's got in that level. He had some dominant games in that level, but teams is probably the answer here on why they're taking him with this 7th-round pick.
I thought you were going to march out there last night, Rich.
With the 253rd pick in the 2025 NFL Draft.
That could be tonight.
The Miami Dolphins select Zeke Biggers, defensive tackle, Georgia Tech.
All right.
DJ, does this man live up to his name?
He's a big man. It's 6'5 and a half, 321 pounds. Ironically, I say he plays just a little bit too high, but he's got good football instincts. You'll see that on screens where he'll just redirect, go out there and get him. Has a nice little arm over move as a rusher. Just doesn't have that big time twitch. That's why he's going at this point in time. But you've got a big body and someone who I think sees the game well.
With the 254th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the New Orleans Saints select Fadil Diggs, defensive end, Syracuse.
All right, this dude was a team captain. You can see it with the team highs. He produced for Coach Brown as well. 7.5 sacks, 14 TFLs. I feel like they're just hunting some good players here. Productive players, I should say.
No, there's nothing wrong with that. And we talked about captains. This is a guy that was a captain, 3-time captain, but for 2 different teams. Speaks volumes about his leadership ability, what he's going to bring as a worker. As the New Orleans Saints are trying to kind of flip the script with Kellen Moore, bringing in guys that kind of understand how to win, how to handle some of those leadership duties certainly will help this team get back to where they want to be.
Hey, Green Bay, so excited to be back. This time it's not freezing. So as the Houston Texans Fan of the Year, I'm beyond honored to announce the 255th NFL 2025 draft pick for the Houston Texans, Luke Lachey, tight end, Iowa. I love you, Danny.
All right, Danny. I hope he says I love you back because you don't want to be.
This is a round for Iowa, right? We had Connor Colby, we had Mason Richmond. Now we have Luke Lachey, tight end from Iowa. You know, you could do a lot worse than a tight end from Iowa. Yeah. That's usually where you go to get some guys that can play a little bit. Sam Laporta, Greg Kittle. Now, this would be quite the upset. H-Town's going to be happy if he turns out to be one of those kind of tight ends. Sure. But what he is he can run block. He's going to give you a chance to compete as a wide tight end. He can make catches when he needs to, get up in the air. But he's used to making blocks. He's used to getting after it at the point of attack. He's used to being part of the run game where it is expected that you are going to be able to run. He has average quickness to escape man coverage. But, he's going to have to be a little bit better in terms of sustaining as a run blocker. But that's most tight ends who come into the NFL. There's still work to be done as a run blocker. But he has the base over there at Iowa where he's gotten it started. Yeah, he has the base over at Iowa to get it done. And part of the reason why you like him is because Kurt Ferentz and those guys do a great job of teaching these guys how to play the right way. One of the things about this program, they produce pros, guys that play for a long time because they understand how to go about the process. And Lachey, having the bloodlines and having that tutoring should help him.
With the 256th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Los Angeles Chargers select Triquez Bridges, defensive back, Florida.
This is a huge, huge defensive back. You see, over 6'2", almost 200 pounds. Spent 5 years at Oregon, CD, before he ended up with the Gators. But this is a press corner. This Chargers team didn't play a ton of man coverage last year. I think they were 30th in the league in man coverage. But you've got somebody who can press, someone who's going to be physical against the run. And to me, just more than anything else, it's the size that you're bringing into the fold.
So the Chargers did indeed go defense, and the Los Angeles Chargers, one of 3 AFC West teams to make the playoffs last year in Jim Harbaugh's first year, celebrating the close of their NFL draft.
Thank you, Green Bay, and we've saved the best till last. Woo! Thank you to the person way in the back, the Bob Uecker of the field. Way to hang in there, Green Bay. Woo! I'm not old enough for Woodstock, but this probably is what it looked like, only with friendlier people. Thank you to Green Bay. We like that you're a community event, just like Irrelevant Week. We've been doing it this is the 50th year. You love your team. We love your community. We'd like to thank Fran Orsini for being good to us and feeding us cheese curds and ribs. Go Fran. And McKim at the Union Hotel. He's awesome. All of you have been great. So we'll see you in Newport Beach, the final pick of the 2025 draft. We'll see you in Newport Beach. You can visit newportbeach.com or go to the Bay Club. Come party with us. Bring your cheeseheads. We like that. The 257th pick in the 2025 NFL draft by the New England Patriots is Kobe Minor, a defensive back from Memphis. Go Kobe!
The definition of taking a flyer on a player here. 3 schools for Kobe Minor. Only started 9 games in his career. No interceptions, CD. Texas Tech for 3 years. Finished up at Indiana. Finished up at Memphis. 5'11", 180 pounds. So this is one that, to be quite honest with you, I had not watched. So this one was a true flyer.
They stumped me.
They stumped the man.
They stumped
the sticks. I got stumped on that one.
They stumped everybody.
That's okay, man. You had
All
3
right.
schools on him, the whole deal. I was going to say there's got to be a trade in there that they're identifying that they like to see that fits what Mike Vrabel likes, et cetera, et cetera. So we'll see how that goes, but more power to him. Maybe he's our next Brock Purdy, Ryan Suckup. All those guys have had great success being Mr. Irrelevant.
I sure hope so. Certainly, if you're like Brock Purdy, that means you're about to be paid $50 million a year.